How were things when you were growing up? This is what I want to hear. I want to learn
When
more.
I was coming up, I was born and raised in East Baltimore, 627 Bond Street. My father owned two houses on Bond Street, one in the 600 block of Bond, one in the 900 block of Bond. Okay. And I learned by watching my father, the way he carried himself. Okay. Now, I'll be honest with you. My father was doing a little underhanded stuff in order to make the ends meet.
Yeah.
Okay. And as a kid, I used to see police officers come to the house 11, 12 o'clock at night. My father would pay them off because back in those days, my father was running a good time house. And if you don't know what a good time house is, a lot of minorities and black folks or anybody that didn't have the ends to meet, that's what they did. They rent rooms to people for sexual reasons or not just sexual reasons, if just to have a place to stay. And I've seen my father bring people that were homeless off the street and give them a room, give them a place to stay, and feed them as long as they bought some wood and coal in to help to feed the coal stoves and everything so the house would stay warm. And I learned a lot from him. I really did. I learned a lot from him because things that we had back in those days, a lot of people didn't even have refrigerators. They had ice boxes. And you had the coal stove with the big pot-bellied coal stoves. They'd either put a half a ton of coal in the cellar. Back in them days, they weren't called basements. They were called cellars. And they dropped the coal into the cellars. You went in the cellar, shoveled the coal, chopped the wood up, brought it upstairs. And my father was a musician. He played piano. And he also had a couple of guys that used to play music in the house with him. And they played the music and the people would come in and stuff and they'd rent the rooms. And I know it might seem a little odd, a little crazy, but back in those days, the rooms, which was a lot of money, the rooms was $1 an hour.